evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Today we have a very special show for you. Let me explain to you why. Just kidding. I'm not going to use this the rest of the video, so don't skip ahead. Oversaturation in the camera people industry. The Apple event just happened, that thing where Apple announces new products and updates to their already existing products. And, you're either one of those people that watched it and was like, hell yeah, like love all this. Or you're the type of person that you're like, f*** Apple, f*** capitalism, and all that good stuff. I didn't watch it. I honestly don't even know how people know when these things are on. I'm not sure if I accidentally unsubscribed from a mailing list or something. But anyways, Apple announced that it was implementing cinematic mode into its new iPhone, along with other new updates that help progress mobile filmmaking. Sorry, sun just popped out, so just had to make sure that the camera was properly exposed. It just seems like whenever something like this happens, there always seems to be conversation building around the ideas of is mobile filmmaking taking over expensive, mirrorless cameras, or is the general population somehow getting these cheat codes to taking better photos, better videos without having put in all the work that us filmmakers and photographers had to put in previously. There just always seems to be a growing sense of insecurity amongst filmmakers and photographers whenever something like this happens. Whenever better quality photography and video making becomes more accessible and more affordable to a larger group of people. With the growth of social platforms, with brands wanting more and more content for their brands, with the need and want for more people to want to share and take photos and videos, all that plus the easier access to the tools that make photos and videos at better quality, naturally you're going to get more people gravitating to this industry. And why wouldn't they? A, it's more accessible than it's ever been. B, it's an incredibly lucrative career that's continuing to grow. And C, it's such a fun career where you meet awesome people, you go awesome places, you experience some of the greatest things that you get to experience in life because you're someone who works with a camera. So today in 2021, the filmmaking and photography industry is more saturated than it's ever been in the history of the world. And it's only going to go that way, up and to the right. So I think that's what you're seeing. I don't know. This is the image mirrored? I don't know. So this conversation right now is either going to leave you feeling great and super comfortable, or on the other end of the spectrum, you're going to have a huge life crisis and want to, quit everything. Either way, if you want to feel amazing, consider getting your Topwear apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, accessories from Cuts. I'm wearing a Cuts t-shirt right now. They're a friend of the channel. They support this channel, so I would love to show some quick love to my friends over at Cuts. Aside from just fitting absolutely perfectly on my body, these shirts come in the most perfect color tones. And when it comes to deciding on a t-shirt for myself, color tone is probably priority number one. And as you see, this is a flawless color tone. I don't even have to say anything. You can just look at me. So if you want perfect fitting shirts and color tones on your body, feel free to go ahead and check out Cuts in my description below. You can use my discount code at checkout. I think you just type in Danny and you get 15% off. Sorry about that. Just had to change my camera angle because the sun was just blasting right into the lens, and now we're back to no sun. Can't win. This is what happens when you decide to shoot outdoors. I'm gonna get rid of this too. This looks stupid. So getting back on track here, the market becoming oversaturated, in my opinion, is only really a negative or an issue for one group of camera creators, is what I'm going to call them, instead of saying photographers and filmmakers. If you're someone whose plan right now is to not dedicate your life to creating the most incredible photos, dedicating your life to creating the most incredible videos that you could ever possibly create for yourself, then yes, you might have some issues. You might want to consider changing career paths because you're not going to get very far, and an oversaturated market is just going to eat you up alive. But I know that if you're sitting here right now listening to me talk and you follow this channel, I know for a fact you're not that kind of person. I know you're the kind of person who is willing to give it their all, learn the process, enjoy the process, do whatever it is that you need to do to become the best photographer, the best filmmaker that you could ever become. And I'm looking at you right now and I can just see in your eyes, like I see the same fire that I see in myself. I'm also just looking at my monitor's only showing myself, but I'm imagining that's you. But if you're someone like you and I actually think that the oversaturation of the filmmaking industry is a huge benefit to the two of us. Let me explain this by using an example. So in the United States of America, American football is the most popular sport in this country. The rest of the world, it's probably the other kind of football. I know America stole the name, and it's kind of stupid that we use such a similar name. Not the discussion right now. In America, American football is the greatest sport. It gets the most attention, it draws the most amount of money, it's held to the highest praise of any other sport in this country. Therefore, the youth of America, the best athletes that America has to offer, are all gravitating towards American football. If our best athletes are playing football, then more people are going to want to watch the sport of football. And if that's the case, then the ceiling for success for football players is only going to grow exponentially. And it's vice versa for soccer players here. Here in America, we don't pay a ton of attention to soccer. Therefore, a lot of our youth aren't playing soccer. It's not drawing the best athletes that our country has to offer like it would in South American countries and European countries. Therefore, no one's watching, less money, less attention. There's going to be a lower ceiling for success in the sport of soccer in America. So obviously it's way more beneficial to be a professional football player in America than it is to be a professional soccer player. So my point here is that as more and more people come to the world of filmmaking, it's going to draw more eyes, more attention, more of the best talent to the filmmaking industry, and therefore raise the ceiling for success for filmmakers. So if that is the case, people like you and me who are dedicating everything that we have, who are passionate about filmmaking, we are 100% going to succeed, and we're going to see much higher levels of success than we ever would have if the market didn't become as saturated as it has. The cream is always going to rise to the top. And you, my brother, were the creamiest. Or sister. I think like 98% of my channel is male viewership. So to the 6 females out there who are watching, thank you for being a part of the film industry. I think there needs to be more women part of the film industry, but that's a topic for a different day. But nonetheless, thank you. I know I give off more neutral vibes and masculinity at times, so I'm surprised I don't have larger female viewership these days. I just don't see a negative for people like you and I when it comes to the oversaturation of filmmakers in this industry. I think technology can only do so much. There's only so much quality that, your films can have. I think at a certain point, no matter what you do, everyone's films kind of look the same, and the audience doesn't really care about that. I think that's kind of why I'm gravitating more naturally to falling in love with writing and directing more so than my original path of when I was doing cinematography. The only thing that truly matters when you're making your film is how you leave your audience feeling at the end of it. That's the only thing that they're going to take away, the only thing that they're going to remember. And, if you create that feeling for them, that's what's going to keep them coming back, and that's where you're going to find success. You, my friend, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Just be you, share what you know, and I'll see you at the top of that extra high ceiling. Just a thought too. If you're someone like me who started this whole process when your starting point was a DSLR, you're not as OG as you think you are. Like, imagine the guys back in 1920 losing limbs in like the camera rotator machine or something. You know, they had it bad, not us. Evolution is just a part of life as much as it is a part of the filmmaking industry. Let it rain in this industry and give me all the smoke, baby. I love you. Bye.
Deeper than the deepest sea. Oh yeah.